Hello, I'm Jordan.
And I'm Ryan.
And we're here to talk more about
The reason we're watching One Piece is because I don't really watch anime. I don't really watch any anime.
Yeah, what have you watched?
I've watched Soul Eater and Pokemon and a little bit of Yu-Gi-Oh! And other than that,
Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball that you have watched that I have watched with you with no context. But so we're watching One Piece, and you mentioned we recorded before, right?
Yes, we watched the arc before this Romance Dawn a couple years ago, and that was the arc with Axe-Hand Morgan.
Zoro and Luffy are friends now because they both beat Captain Axe-Hand Morgan, and then Luffy gets picked up by a bird, and then that's the start of the arc that we started at right today.
Yeah.
And this is called the Orange Island arc.
Orange Town. We got a little bit of background. The episode before it was Luffy's background, where he ate the gum fruit.
We met Shanks.
Stretchy rubber powers. Red-haired Shanks gave him a straw hat. Shanks lost an arm from a sea monster. Shanks might come back, maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Luffy's mentor who gave him the hat, I doubt we'll ever see him again in the 800 episodes of this TV show.
I want you to bring this hat back to me someday, in good condition. And only once you've become a great pirate. That's our promise, Luffy.
And so all that happened, and we watched all that, and we recorded a discussion about all that, but we didn't feel like starting over.
No.
So we started from here, which is where we were at.
Yes.
So we're starting with the Buggy Arc.
Yeah, Orange Town.
The Orange Town arc.
You could call it Buggy Arc.
A terrifying, mysterious power. Captain Buggy the Clown Pirate.
The characters are Luffy, Buggy, Zoro, Nami, Shushu,
The dog.
the mayor, and then two of Buggy's cronies that are a trapeze guy and a lion tamer guy, because Buggy is a pirate who's evil with evil pirate superpowers, who is themed after a clown, so his posse is circus themed, so he has a lion tamer and a trapeze artist.
They want to go to the Grand Line, which is where the pirate king's treasure is.
Nami doesn't want to join Luffy and Zoro, but she also doesn't want to join Buggy, but then they all fight in this town.
Who is Nami?
Nami is a character that we meet in this arc, who's a young lady who is looking to steal stuff to sell.
She says she wants 100 million berries, their currency.
Right.
I'm the most skilled navigator you're ever likely to meet.
Oh, wow, that's perfect. Then how about you join my crew? I've been looking to recruit a navigator.
Really?
Sure, you can be our newest crew member.
No.
They tussle, and basically Luffy and Zoro and Nami just want to get out of there, but Buggy's just trying to kill them, and they end up saving the town.
The show starts very much in media res. There's already this giant world that is clearly going to be established. The author of this manga, Oda, very clearly, you know that he's a guy who's like, when he was a kid, he was drawing this story, had ideas for it. You can tell too, he's like, I know how it's gonna end, I know what all the secrets are, I know what everything that's gonna happen in the show, but this is just like being plopped down in the middle, like, okay, here's your main character, Luffy, go.
Here's where we're starting the story.
Yeah, but there's already this giant world.
This is the beginning of the bigger story, which obviously it is, but
I don't know, that's weird, because when I was a kid, I was like, oh, this is a cool guy on a unicycle.
maybe it's different for me because I'm coming into the show knowing that there's all these episodes, that it's like one of the most famous anime ever. So like when I'm watching it, I'm thinking like, okay, these are all characters, these are all pieces and story elements that could come into play way later. Like as far as I know right now, we'll never see the trapeze guy again, but it's cool that he's like kind of memorable. And he's just, if we never see him again, he's just a memorable little
That'd be interesting.
subsection of this tiny arc. Can I say too, because we're starting at the beginning, this arc takes some time to basically establish a dog character, and we learn the dog's backstory, and then that doesn't really affect the plot so much until like kind of the very end.
Yeah.
But for how little it technically affects the plot, they give it quite a bit of attention in a way that feels more thematic than like plot driven.
Yeah, well, these first 2 arcs are really trying to establish the themes of the show of like Marines corrupt, pirates, Luffy and his crew good. The idea, even with like Shanks, is like pirates are supposed to be like free adventurers, and the Marines are like just this corrupt entity at the beginning.
One of the themes of the show is that being a pirate doesn't mean you just pillage and plunder and steal. It means you're free. You're like free-spirited, and Luffy seems to embody that, where he doesn't want to like hurt anyone. He just wants adventure, and he wants that treasure.
Yeah, he's like early on they have like a cannon pointed at him.
Now, light the fuse, Nami!
What's the matter? Your hands are shaking. That's what happens when you take on pirates with half-ass resolve. You gotta be willing to risk your own life.
Okay, what a, sorry.
Man, it's time to prepare the buggy ball!
He has buggy bombs, and he has the ability to split apart and not die.
That's the name of the devil fruit that's given me my powers. I'm a chop person, and now I can never be defeated by the sword!
He's the first devil fruit user villain
Yes.
that we get in the show.
I think he's the first devil fruit user we meet besides Luffy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and that he uses that to fight Luffy and Nami and Zoro, and that's basically like, this is the second arc, only the second arc in the show, but it's clear that like the climax of the show is always going to be like basically really cool fantasy action.
Which is, and it's nice that it's not, you can tell that this guy's a good comedy writer as well. He might not be like the author of Dragon Ball, who, I can't remember his name off the top of my head. Nope, can't remember. Like his original...
Akira Toriyama?
Akira Toriyama.
Okay.
How did you
I don't
get
even
that?
watch anime.
Okay. Akira Toriyama is a comedy writer at first, wrote Dr. Slump, and then wrote Dragon Ball. And Oda like started, his first manga was One Piece. I think it was Romance Dawn originally, but whatever. Which is the early, we don't need to get into this. It's a guy who is bouncing bullets off of him by blowing up like a balloon.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
And it's funny you say that, because I didn't even realize that so much of the show is like, the setup is serious, but then the payoff and the resolution is comedy, because when Buggy, it looks like he's about to attack Nami, Buggy splits apart to do his attack, but logically his legs are still there.
You don't stand a chance of escaping from me! Now! I'm going to flashily chop you up!
That comedy logic to this fantasy action, which is fun.
Ow! My balls! That was a cheap shot!
It's established that Shanks and Buggy have met. They were on a crew together as cabin boys.
What the? What's going on? I can't move! I'll save you, Buggy!
And Luffy's like, "Are you grateful that Shanks saved you?" And he's like, "No."
Because of what he did to me, I was unable to swim and therefore unable to obtain my sunken treasure!
I like the show so far, but it is like weighed down for me by those anime tropes where like when we like the action and the story just stops so we can learn Buggy's backstory, and it's like, can't we just? It's so much of characters saying exactly what they are doing, what is happening, establishing something we just saw. It's like,
So they were just standing there in the middle of the street as Buggy described his backstory to Luffy.
and I get
others.
that it's like a storytelling element. Like it's just this style of storytelling.
Yeah.
And I totally get that, but it's not my preferred way of getting information. It feels more like telling instead of showing to me.
Well, prepare for more of it. If we watch more of this, oh my God. Prepare for more of it.
I can take like the backstory stuff, but it's when like, I forget what it was, but something happened where Luffy caught the buggy ball and shot it back or something, and then it was immediately a character like, he caught the buggy ball and shot it back. And it's like, I just fucking saw that.
That explains how he bounced that buggy ball back at us.
Even though both of them had sabers, you beat them barehanded. His limbs reattach?
Crap, the cannon's pointed at us!
How dare you tear up my treasured straw hat!
That's the stab wound the captain inflicted on him.
He fights dirty, going after his injury like that.
So then you have devil fruit powers like Captain Buggy, but yours make you rubber?
I mean, there's also the part where Buggy is just like, where Buggy's standing there, and Zoro aims a cannon at him, and he's like, oh no, he's gonna send the buggy ball right at me. Don't do it.
For like 15 seconds, he's just sitting there,
And it's like, you can just move out of the way, dude.
So that kind of stuff is like a little distracting, but that's kind of nitpicky at this point. Like the story is fun, the action is fun fantasy, the characters are easy to identify with, so.
You identify with Buggy the Clown.
Was there anything else, like going back to this first batch of episodes, was there anything that struck you as like, wow, I can't believe that's the same, or I can't believe they used to do that, or
they still use the same like fight music. You can put it right here. The whatever, I don't know if you can find it. It's like them arriving. It's like do, but it's the same song 600 episodes later.
And you said it's the same, when we were watching it, you said it's the same voice actress for Luffy, right?
It's Colleen Clickenbeard, same voice actress, who plays Zoro.
Chris
Sabat. Vegeta. Lucy Christian is who plays Ochaka on My Hero Academia. Yes, as Nami, and Mike Farland, who these are all people that I know as Buggy, who plays Master Roshi in Dragon Ball, as well. All people who are like veterans of the. This is done in like 2005.
This dub was?
Yeah, it started in like 2005. So these people are already, I think, fairly well established. Maybe not some of them.
When they signed up for this, do you think they had any inkling that it might go on for 800
I think
episodes?
they did know, because at that point it had already been going on for so long.
Yeah, it's crazy to think like we're just starting this and you've watched 800 episodes.
600, come on. I'm not that caught up. I don't watch the sub. I'm not crazy.
There's 300 hours of this show that you have watched.
Yeah.
And we're starting here. And it's pretty good.
From what you said right now. If we continue to do this, these are going to get longer.
Yeah, well, so we said we were going to start doing this by arc, but then you said at some point we're going to have to break it.
We might have to change that pretty soon. Not soon, but at some point.
We might have to change that pretty soon. In like 300 episodes, we might have to change that.
Yeah.
I'm excited to watch more, and we have to watch 1,000 times this amount of episodes. Mm-hmm. But as of right now, it's cool. And actually, speaking of Nami, we didn't talk too much about her arc, but when we meet her, she's just kind of doing her own thing. She's stealing stuff, and she doesn't like pirates because someone close to her was killed by a pirate.
Yeah.
And I'm sure
she says she's trying to get 100 million berries, which is the currency. And she only likes, what does she say? She only likes money and tangerines. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure we'll find out why. I don't know if that's like an iconic Nami line, but how did you feel hearing that this time? How did I feel? I don't know.
I mean, did you hear it and you're like, oh yeah, she did used to, I guess that would give too much away, but.
It's hard not to give anything away. Don't check anything online.
Well, that's the thing too, is I'm editing this and I have to just edit based on what I've seen so far.
Yeah, don't look at the wiki.
So yeah, Nami has her own goals going on. She likes tangerines and berries, and she decides to join Luffy's crew.
She finds all this money in the bottom of this cellar, and then like holes it all up. It's all this treasure. They end up leaving like half of it. She gets like, she's like, this must be like 10 million berries. And then they leave like 5 million to help rebuild the town again.
The town that was destroyed by Buggy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nami, despite thinking pirates are bad, still wanted to take the money for herself.
Yeah, she is greedy.
She's morally gray.
Yes, at least right now.
And I particularly like the part in this arc, like they show that Nami is like, she doesn't really need Luffy and Zoro. She can kind of take care of herself, but she joins their crew anyway, and I like that dynamic to their characters.
She's got a cool like bow staff that she puts together. She's got it on her hip, and it's in like 3 pieces, and she uses it to smack down one of the pirates when he's like, "Let me help you light this cannon that we're gonna fire at Luffy." Yeah. She's like, no," and they're like, "Oh my God, how come?" Because she originally was like, "I'm gonna go join your crew, Buggy," but then she just wants to steal his money.
Yeah.
Then she's tricking him. Obviously has done this before a bunch of times, and he's like, and when somebody actually is like, "Kill someone for me," she's like, "What?"
But I think it's interesting that her and Zoro seem to join Luffy because of the way that he is. Like, he didn't coerce them. They just wanted to kind of.
I mean, we don't know whether or not Nami is gonna permanently join them.
She's in the intro.
Come aboard and bring along all your hopes and dreams.
I don't know if you want to put something up here, but you can get a picture of Nami today and get a picture of Nami now, and it's like, oh my God, it's changed so much.
I have no context. I'll ask, Jordan's gonna send me whatever picture is Nami today.
I will.
Judge him.
Come aboard and bring along all your hopes and dreams.
Zoro's cool. I mean, he's kind of like,
because he just like falls asleep. He's like, he gets injured and he's like, let me just sleep it off, even though it's like, kind of got stabbed pretty hard in the chest. He gets stabbed again by the like acrobat guy, and he's like, I think he eggs him on. He's like, "Stab me again. You just got me when my back was turned," or whatever. I kind of like that this establishes too that Zoro has a past, because the Buggy recognizes him. They're like, "Oh my God, that's Pirate Hunter Zoro. Why is he here helping out Luffy, who claims to be a pirate? Shouldn't he be attacking him?"
I'm the most curious about what his backstory is. I'm more curious about how he got to where he's at than how Nami got to where she's at.
Eventually.
I'm sure it will. We're gonna learn why he holds a sword in his mouth. We're gonna learn why he battles with 3 swords and why he uses swords at all. I'm sure we'll learn why his hair is green. It's fine.
I mean, we did get more Luffy last time as well, but this one is like, okay, now we see what Luffy's able to do with another Devil Fruit user. You don't think as rubber being powerful, but when, and especially against like a guy who's like, I can get cut in half and still keep going, and a lot of what his moves are like throwing knives and whatnot. It's like, okay, Luffy's still able to like take him on.
Yeah.
So he has a lot of weird powers. He blows himself up like a balloon. He
does his corkscrew thing.
Yeah, he has the gum pistol, like that everybody names their moves.
Yeah, that's another thing that's anime bullshit.
Yes.
But it is cool. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, I don't like hearing people scream things when they punch.
Gum Gum!
The anime bullshit doesn't weigh it down too much as of right now for me personally, because that can be detrimental to my viewing experience just because I'm not used to that kind of storytelling. But for this, it's nice. The characters, I think, really centralize the show for me. The characters and the fun world and the wacky powers.
It'll get more fun and more weird and wild.
Cool.
As we keep going.
One of the few things that I've seen, and I don't know when it happens, but like 5 years ago, or like 6 or 7 years ago, you sent me a clip of someone in the show eating like a giraffe fruit and like turning into a giraffe.
I can't believe I spoiled the giraffe fruit.
But that's the only other thing of One Piece I've seen past this point. So I'm looking forward to more silliness.
It definitely gets silly. I can't believe I spoiled the giraffe fruit.
Are you kidding me? You're the worst of them all! Anyways.
I like this show so far. I'm curious to see. I think the thing that I like the most right now is the characters, the 3 main characters at this point.
So far.
Yeah, so far.
It's funny. I don't know if you want to show this too. They have the end slate at the end. They show like the cast, and it's just 3 people right now, and there's all this space. On the end of it. They're like, I wonder who's gonna go there.
I wonder if they're gonna get more people in their crew.
Is Chopper gonna doctor?
Chopper is doctoring. We do know that. I do know that Chopper's doctoring. Can I ask, watching the show from the beginning again, what are you looking forward to seeing again without giving anything away?
I am looking forward to the filler arcs.
Okay.
If you don't know what filler arcs are, they're things that do not progress the story and will never come back into the canon.
Are they good though?
Some of them don't do anything.
How close are we to our first?
We got a while. We got a long while. Cool. So we're not even close to one. They're just used to be like, hey guys, we gotta let the manga catch up. Some of the filler arcs in this really take the cake.
Okay, cool.
We're not even there yet.
Awesome. Well, as of right now, the story's moving along fine.
Yeah.
So anything else you want to say about the future, where we're at now with the show?
No, all we got at the end was somebody with a long nose.
Someone.
Whoever that could be in
probably
a
no one important.
No.
I will say that guy at the end, Usopp, it looks like a Smash Brothers character reveal trailer when he's there. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the next arc. I like our 3 main characters so far, and I know we're just going to get more. So
a lot.
I'm curious. I think that's going to be the fun of the show. It's kind of like Pokemon, where you get a new Pokemon every week, but with this you get a new character every week so far.
I guess.
So on that note, unless there's anything else you wanted to say.
Don't have anything else to say.
That's this arc. So next arc, what's it called?
Syrup Village?
Syrup Village. Someone who's watching this who is not from where we're from is going to say that we say syrup weird.
Really?
Because that's a word that people say.
Syrup. Syrup. I say it's syrup.
It's the syrup or syrup arc.
We can get into that next arc. Look forward.